Over the past decade, about 25% of the Philippine population live in poverty, meaning that 1 in 4 people is poor. There are many reasons for this poverty, including unemployment. In the aftermath of Typhoon Haiyan, the Tzu Chi Foundation established vocational training classes in Palo at the Tzu Chi Great Love Village. Now this vocational training class has some 60 participants. After undertaking many training courses, many people have gained a lifeline out of poverty. The vegetarian lunchboxes that this group produces are also attracting lots of attention and winning over the general public.
At sunset, we can see the tiny silhouette of abandoned children in the streets. Poverty not only robs these children of hope, but also the promise of a happy childhood. According to a Philippine government survey in 2013, some 4 million children and young people gave up their education, with 22.9% of people citing work or marriage as the reason, with another 19.2% saying their family cannot afford to send them to school. This means that poor children can't escape poverty through education, compounding their problems. These children in the community have smiles on their faces, but in these dark alleys, there's another menace, as some naive children have been forced to become tools for drug trafficking.
15 below, they are not imprisoned because of that juvenile law, which could not arrest 15 below. So we have noticed here that some parents are using their children to sell.
Growing up in such an environment has led to many concerns and worries. At the moment, there are some 2,400 families in this community. Since President Duarte came into office, he announced an anti-drug campaign, which has put more than 200 people in prison.
In Popogan, there are many poor families who have become the victims of drugs. 24-year-old Shirley is 7 months pregnant and cares for her 4 children along with her elderly blind mother. Her companion ran away because of drugs, so the whole family had to escape to this area. This small space looks very ordinary, but in fact it's the toilet of another family's home.
Located in a fire escape alley underneath the floor of this tiny residence is a septic tank. Shirley and her whole family live above it. When Tzu Chi volunteers arrived, Shirley couldn't help but shed tears.
Ibog ko eh. Naglibog siya. Gusto unta niya na, pero unsaon man, nilayas.
Poverty and sickness go hand in hand, with many having no clothes to wear or food to eat. They simply have to swallow their pain and sadness. This individual has 1 foot wrapped with a gauze, which covers up a big open wound on the bottom of his foot. Since being unemployed, he has hid here, putting up a few sheets to make a tent.
Every time I saw him, he was lying on his side as he had no way to walk. I came back and brought him to see a doctor.
While poverty may be keys to determining one's fate, education and ideas can help change one's future direction. Now as we turn the camera to Palo in the Philippines, it's before 8 o'clock in the morning, and this Tzu Chi Great Love Livelihood Center teaches a cooking class.
I believed at the time when the typhoon came, we needed to prepare lunches and desserts, which we wanted to provide by ourselves. For this reason, we decided to simply keep doing this and asking the community in Palo to do this work.
Once they were survivors of natural disasters, and now they have used this experience to learn and grow. While Typhoon Haiyan nearly destroyed Tacloban and Palo, the Tzu Chi Philippines chapter has helped them rebuild. In Palo, a Tzu Chi Great Love Village has been built, providing simple housing for all of these residents to move into. Now 3 years have passed and the area is booming once more.
Some of the trees, such as the coconut trees after Typhoon Haiyan, have all fallen over. All the coconut trees have died.
Tzu Chi volunteer Shi Lingling is the leader of the Tzu Chi Great Love vocational class. She has helped build up this area from the ground up, working diligently step by step. She said that before, these residents of Palo were mainly engaged in manual labor and lived in poverty. When Typhoon Haiyan knocked over all of the coconut trees in the area, all the people in this community lost their means of earning an income.
Here's some embroidery that has been done and later turned into a bag.
Here, local residents not only participate in cooking classes, but also become involved in embroidery. Most of the women in this village also bring their children to work. This group atmosphere benefits everyone. As noontime approaches, Shi Lingling takes these villagers by car to distant urban areas where they try to sell vegetarian lunch boxes.
He often treats people. When we sell things every day, when there's a guest, he'll pay for them.
Now the lunch boxes prepared by this vocational course have become well known and appreciated by many happy customers. Now the Tzu Chi Great Love Livelihood Center has a total of over 60 people attending courses. It's not just a salary that is attracting them, as they also want to find a way to escape dire poverty by learning a skill in using their own hands and talent to create their own destiny.